Good morning, everyone. We are coming to you live via Facebook streaming, via YouTube streaming, and also via Skype online. Each one of you is welcome to this live streaming on Sunday morning. The moment you realize the way things are, you have attained. The moment you realize the way things are, is perfect way, you have attained. There is nothing to get, nothing to gain. Only thing is you have to get rid of all greed, all ambition and all goals. Your greed, your ambition and goals remain the greatest obstruction. And the day you come to realize the way things are happening in your life or around you is the way they're supposed to happen, and it is the perfect way, that very moment you have attained. The day you recognize the fact that that things cannot be better than they are happening around you, you have exploded into a new light, a new being, a new consciousness. But it is difficult. You cannot accept this to happen. You are always complaining. You are never satisfied or in harmony with the way things are happening around you. Out of ambition, out of greed, out of ignorance, because you have certain goals in life, you will always remain miserable. The day you come to recognize the moment you realize the way things are happening, is the only way things have to happen, and things cannot be better than this around you. You are in harmony with existence, in harmony with all that is happening. You have exploded into new light, into new being, into new consciousness. You come to realize, come to ultimate realization that there is nowhere to go, nothing to get. You are living moment to moment, and to live moment to moment is samadhi, is the ultimate. But many times you get it. You reach to this point, but you lose. You get it again and again you lose it. Then it is known as mini Satori. What's the difference? What is Satori? You have reached to a new city for a holiday. You reached in the night. After traveling from the airport to your destination, the hotel where you are to stay, you reach to your room. You want to get a glimpse of outside. You cannot go out because it is a cold winter night. So suddenly, even while you're traveling from your cab, you look through the window to see the glittering lights, vehicles passing, many things happening. Some shops is still open, and things like these. You reach to your room finally. The curtains are drawn on the window. You go to the window and remove the curtain to get a glimpse of outside. All you see the glittering lights in the background of darkness, dark sky. You will not hear anything. All you will see the glittering lights and things like these. Then dawn happens, sun rises, you come out for the breakfast and then go out of your room under the sky. You are feeling the breeze surging through your body, and then you can get the full glimpse of it. What the glimpse that you see from the window, you are not feeling the outside breeze, you are not under the open sky. This is known as mini satori, a small window into the totality of the existence. And when you come out of your room, well dressed, breeze surging through your bones, you are feeling the warmth of the sun rays, you are under the sky. This is known as samadhi. There is every possibility that you get a first glimpse and you may lose it. Such glimpses, these small windows come to you again and again along the way. When such glimpses come and disappear, it is known as mini satori. It is known as mini satori. And then the glimpse elongate and last for a longer time than this mini satori. First it comes for a flash of a second, then the span becomes longer, and it continues even for a longer period of time. Hundreds of mini satoris together bring a lasting experience, and this is what is satori. And then one day these experiences that you are getting the glimpses explode into something much larger. Know that as samadhi. Know that as samadhi. A mini satori is a guarded statement about a satori. It means that you can lose it if you are not aware. Mini satori requires you to be aware. The more aware you become of that, it lasts. If you are not very alert, you are bound to lose it, and as awareness grows, you are very, very alert. It can turn into a satori. A satori is an experience which can become established, and once it becomes established, then there is no way to lose it. A mini satori is an experience which has just come as a glimpse, like a fresh breeze comes, hits you and disappears. Suddenly you see that all perception is available. The aperture opens. It is like the aperture of a camera, but it closes no sooner than it opens, and it captures something. Before a satori comes, many small openings happen. It all depends on you. Sometimes thousands of mini satoris or openings, sometimes 100, sometimes few, and sometimes even one is enough for the lasting impression, for the lasting satori. It depends on the person. Sometimes the first satori can become the last. There is no need for even a small glimpse. It all depends on your awareness and a state of innerness. If you have attained to inner harmony, then a small glimpse, you are traveling to a new place where you have never been. You inquire about a place, you get a hint, which you can say is like Google Map or Waze. You just enter the destination, and it starts giving you the direction, a small hint it needs. Once you have that software installed in you, a little hint, just you enter the address, and that is more than enough for this software to start giving you the direction. This is the innerness of your computer system. The same way your being is installed with a sharp innerness that you can call internet, the inner computer. Awareness is your internet, just as in the outer world we have internet. In the realm of the inner, there is internet, and awareness is the way, that is the awareness is the Wi-Fi that you use to discover that. But when it happens to any of you, it is mini satori for a certain reason. Remember to be alert so that you do not lose it. It can certainly become a larger experience. If I call it a satori, immediately you will lose it because you lack awareness. Osho calls it mini so that you can be aware of it, that there is a small glimpse. Then when the glimpse lasts for a longer time, it becomes satori. Even if it is a satori in the beginning, it will be small, like a small aperture into existence. How long does your camera aperture opens? It depends on the speed of the camera, and it opens in a flash of a second. It captures the image and closes. In fact, the word mini has been coined by Osho in contrast to the Zen word satori. Osho calls it mini for a very meaningful reason. Along the path of the inward journey, you have to be very alert, aware, and careful. A man who attains to a mini satori has become pregnant. Now he should be as careful exactly as a pregnant woman becomes. Small things, she remains aware that something is growing deep within her. She cannot be careless in performance of her day-to-day work. Now he is carrying something valuable within him. There is every possibility of miscarriage. If the pregnant woman becomes a little careless in performance of her various duties, there is every possibility of miscarriage. To avoid miscarriage, I call it a mini Satori. If I say it is Satori, you can become too confident and egoistic. And in that very confidence, you lose the experience. A mini Satori is an experience. It is a glimpse. It will depend on you. If you nourish it, nurture it, protect it, and care about it, it can one day grow into Satori. It is like you have known a change has taken place within your biology, a new life is growing. You become very careful in your every activity. Even in that state, if you want to make love, you are very careful. You are bending. At no time you remain unaware that you are carrying a life within you. You become very careful. You nourish, nurture. You change your diet patterns. You change your sleeping habits. Everything changes and undergoes a change in you. So in that state, when the first glimpse comes to you, you become like a pregnant one. Everything. And the moment the pregnant woman becomes careful, she nourishes and nurtures and protects it. She knows that the growth is taking place within her. That growth needs additional nutrition, additional care, additional vitamins and minerals for a strong and healthy physical body. Then the way it takes care of the care, it happens one day. That explosion of ovum and sperm explodes into a new life. In the field of innerness, it is known as Satori. It is very soft and tender and fragile like a sprout. It can be destroyed very easily. Any accident, it can undo it. Remember, all that is great remains fragile in the beginning. The lower existence is hard. The higher existence is very fragile and soft. A rock is hard. A rose flower is very soft and tender. The rock will there be even if you do not care about it. But the rose flower needs great care. This first glimpse is very soft and tender. It requires tremendous care. And every moment you have to be careful. Every moment when a circumstance and situation comes, you have to be aware that you do not get soaked, do not get deviated. Something does not happen the way you want it to happen, you are lost. You have gone into the wilderness. You lose. You have to start all over again. A Satori that is fragile is like a rose flower, is mini Satori, very soft and tender. If you just pick the flower from the plant and do not take care of it the way it's supposed to be, when you buy the cut roses, they are kept for their freshness in a particular way. If you do not maintain it, their lifespan will be very short. If you take care of it, the lifespan can be longer and the day the glimpse happens, you have to be very responsible from that very moment. Something started happening. From that very moment, The moment woman realizes that she has a growth taking place within her, from that very moment she becomes very alert, responsible, because you are answerable. Then you owe something. The existence has given you something, you have to take care of it. But out of your goals, that you want things to happen in a particular way, if it does not happen, ego gets hurt and you lose every single opportunity. That tender sprout can grow into a beautiful plant that is capable of bearing many fruits and flowers, but you lose it. The existence has given you something, you have to take care of it so that it is not lost or thrown away. It can be thrown away very easily. It is very difficult to get it once you are lost. It is very easy to lose it. That is the reason the masters have called it mini. And sometimes hundreds of such mini satoris happen before you become alert and the things get established in you. A mini satori is a vision. And with a satori, the vision has become and with a satori, the vision becomes your very style of life. You look into every circumstance and situation as a great opening, as moving deep within. And then, what is samadhi? In mini satori, you only get a glimpse. And many such small glimpses put together, when they happen, it becomes as if there is an explosion of light within. Still, there is a separation between you and the whole. A satori is a person becoming enlightened. And when satori gets crystallized, your inner space becomes full of light. This crystallized state of inner light is enlightenment. This is why Buddha gave the message, Apo Deepo Bhava, be a light unto yourself. This is the stage when drop has merged into the ocean. This is the near shore of enlightenment. There are two shores, the near shore and the far shore. The river of enlightenment needs the other shore for the riverbed, for the bed of enlightenment to form, so that the life continues to float on that bed. For enlightenment to flow like the undercurrent, it continues. Samadhi happens when the other shore is also found. In enlightenment, you have discovered the inner shore. The outer shore is not there as yet. And you remember, for river bed to form, river is a bed between the two shores, the far shore and the near shore. And between them, when water begins to flow, the entire process is known as river. Samadhi happens when the other shore too is found, and not only your inner incandescence guides your emotions, intelligence and intellect. Instead, whole existence has become enlightened through you. When drop merges into the ocean, the drop becomes oceanic. It acquires the taste and the aroma of the ocean. And then not only your inner incandescence guides your emotions, intelligence and intellect. Instead, whole existence has become enlightened through you. Now the person is no more separate. You know, no more separate. This is the meaning of the very strange statement of Buddha, that the day he became enlightened, the whole existence became enlightened with him. This is a very strange statement. The day Buddha became enlightened, he said with him, the entire existence became enlightened. It is very strange because we know that we have not become enlightened yet, and he says the whole existence became enlightened that very day. He is right. As far as he is concerned, the whole existence did become enlightened the day Buddha became enlightened. He come to realize that the way the existence is, it is perfect. This is the way it has to open. And I repeat, the day I became enlightened, the whole existence became enlightened with me. And now for me, each sentient and insentient being and each statement is full of light. Each circumstance and situation brings the same benediction to me. I do not categorize any statement as ignorant or wise. It is as it is, and you are non-judgmental. You do not judge that this action is going to create problems for you or that. Instead, each statement is aglow with awareness. It is up to you to find divinity lurking through entire existence and through each and every circumstance and situation. It is wrong even to say that. Instead, he envisions divinity permeating through the entire cosmos. Everything is aglow with light. The stars, the plants, the rivers, the mountains, the trees, every sentient and insentient is aglow with light. This is a tremendous experience of bliss. Samadhi is the highest state of enlightenment. In fact, it is the state beyond enlightenment. It means that you are no more an individual. Instead, you are cosmic. The drop, the moment it merges into the ocean, it becomes oceanic, that very meaning. It is no more a drop. It has become oceanic. Satori gives you a great individualization. And now listen to it. Before Satori, you are a person, not an individual. Person comes from the root persona. You are wearing a mask. Before Satori, you were just a person, a personality. You are judging this and that. You are happy this moment and next moment you are not. But there is no individuality. And in fact, a person is never a person. He is many persons embedded into one mask. He is like an actor who is performing many roles on the stage simultaneously, and he goes on changing the costumes and the masks. You see the stage performances. Each dance sequence requires a particular outfit, a particular music. How quickly the artists change their attire, the music changes, the scene changes. This is persona. This is how your life has been up to now. One moment he is playing an angry man role, next moment he plays the role of a happy one. He is versatile and professional in changing the mask quickly before the scene changes, and sometimes not even the curtains are drawn. It is going and the scene is going on. All of a sudden you realize that the main actor in the lead role has slipped from there and within a few seconds appears in a new garb. The music changes. So instead of one mask, you have been keeping many masks. In different situations you need different faces. With your wife you need a different face. With your mistress you need another. So on and so forth. Personality is never singular, it is always plural. You are a crowd. When you are a person, you are a crowd, you are many. Then Satori comes in. It brings a unity, it brings a uniformity, a harmony and oneness in your being. Those many faces begin to disappear. The original face begins to appear. The scriptures say that the moment you have found your original face, a new journey begins. Original face appears as individuality. The word individuality means individuality. The duality is not divisible. Indivisible. Duality. When the duality becomes indivisible, it becomes individuality. It means that which cannot be divided now. You are one whole being. No matter what circumstance and situation comes in, you remain unmoved within. Satori renders you individual. This is the middle stage. And then Samadhi makes you cosmic or universal. Then you are no longer individual either. First, you were not individual, you were many faces, you were a crowd. Now you are again you are not an individual. The difference: before individuality as a person, you as a crowd, and beyond individuality, you are whole. Everything is embedded into you. These are the three stages: personality, individuality, and universality or cosmic nature. Mini Satori is a glimpse into your inner unity and harmony for a moment. For a moment during the stage of meditation, when you are within the energy field of the Master, and for a moment you connect to his energy field. It is difficult for you to remain within his energy field for a longer period of time in the beginning. It comes and goes and disappears in no time. Then it is a glimpse into your Mini Satori is a glimpse into a momentary glimpse into your harmony, and then you lose it. The glimpse again comes in. Again you come into the company of the Master. Inner connection is established. You get the glimpse again, and then it again disappears. Again it disappears. But as if you are in a state of dream. You see it, you recognize, yes, it is there. You feel happy. You feel tremendously blessed that you are within such an energy field. and then suddenly it is gone. A circumstance and situation comes. You feel that you are in prison. Gone. It is a vision. Again you fall back into the old pattern. The old pattern, the old gestalt again gathers around you. You will carry the memory, the fragrance. You will remember, but it is not a reality any longer. It is just part of your memory. And then you carry the burden of memory throughout your life. But it is a burden. You will not be able to live in the moment. You will feel that yesterday was better. Now things have changed. When Satori has become established or crystallized, then it never leaves you. It is always there. It is like your shadow, it follows you. You have become an individual now. Then the individuality has also to be lost. First you become one from many. This is what Upanishad says. You are many. From many you come to two. And from two you come to one. Oneness. From first you become one from many, and then you become zero from one. This is the whole mathematics, the whole skyrograph of spirituality. From many to one, and from one to nothingness. You attain to utter emptiness within. This state of utter emptiness within, Buddha calls it as shunyata, or shunyata of nirvana, and Hindus call it samadhi, or absorption into consciousness. That is it. Only this much for this morning. Until we meet again, take care and do have a pleasant day.